Alrighty, how is this? Can you hear me? Um, oh yeah, that's right, lag. Hold on a sec. Go over to our to-do list. I've only got two more pieces that I planned on doing today, but I planned on spending a little bit longer on them. Um, so first up is DinoArt65's request. He wanted me to draw Chase and Claire or dressed up as Han Solo and Leia Organa. And I'm pretty happy with this sketch so far, so I really wanted to take the time to make it look good. Okay, good. No fuzzy mic. Um, I changed where I was leaving my drink. By the way, I have a giant cup of coffee. Not sure if you can see this. Actually, let me check and see if you can see this. It is from the Huntsville, Alabama Space and Rocket Center. Um, so, yeah, my best friend in like middle and high school got it for me, I think. Um, we were space nerds, but you know how that is. Um, what were you saying yes to? Um, I'm just gonna get started. I decided to change up their hairstyles just a little bit to reflect the Star Wars characters. But I mean, I know with my hair sometimes, well, never mind. I actually can get my hair to do what I want. It just takes some really super strong stuff to make it work. Um, because my hair sometimes is just not having it. Um, on bad hair days, um, I use this stuff. It's not even hairspray, it is literally called hair putty. And, I'm pretty sure you could use hair putty as a glue in, like, an emergency. That stuff takes like 3 shampoos to come out. Um, but you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That said, I don't think they have that level of hair putty available to them. Um, so I did try to keep some of their hair uh, in the same patterns that I usually draw them in. It also serves to help make them stay recognizable as the same characters. I'm just gonna turn this around. Hopefully that's not too disorienting. That's one thing I did like about the collaboration program is that I could put it in browser source and I could zoom in, zoom out, flip, rotate, do whatever, and it wouldn't disorient anybody. Um, I know that sometimes with the flipping and stuff it does get a little bit disorienting. So I try not to as much when I'm drawing here. Um, when I'm drawing on my own, though, there is no telling which way the paper will turn next. Um, yeah, it's pretty strong. It's originally made to facilitate like punk hairstyles where you've got so much hair that's supposed to be sticking out um in spikes that have been carefully arranged. Um, I used it to keep my hair inside my helmet when I was in marching band because you're not supposed to have your hair sticking out of your helmet. Um, which when I was in marching band, I had easily over 25 inches of hair. It was like down to my mid-back, maybe longer. Um, so I had a lot of hair to stuff all the way up in my helmet. Um, just part of, well, I really should have cut it short while I was in band. I did at one point. I'm thinking about cutting it short again just because I don't like it getting in my way all the time. And it's at that annoying length where it's too short to really style and really do things with, but at the same time it's too long to be convenient. Um, Short hair I find is actually very convenient. And a whole lot of fun to just keep. It's not so much fun cutting it every 2 weeks. But, you know, no matter what you do, there's gonna be a drawback, so. I figure I'm just gonna grow it out really, 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 really long, like it used to be. And then I will just make a point of styling it a little bit more. But I'm really glad I found my hair putty because maybe now I can do hairstyles that will actually stay styled when I go out. So got some wrinkles here. Shirt. It was interesting doing these sketches, or doing the sketches for this, because I did two. One to just kind of get an idea of where I was going with everything, and then one to really make it in character and stuff. But what really stood out to me was just how similar Han's and Leia's outfits are to what these characters wear normally. And you can't really see that in this reference photo, where, Leia is in her, iconic white dress. It is a pretty dress, though. I was originally going to draw Claire in that. From the get-go, though, the slave Leia outfit was off the table. Not doing that. I just have a lot of objections to the outfit, and there are implications that would come with putting Claire in it, and it's not an outfit she would wear anyway, so that was just off the table right immediately. So we eventually settled on her Hoth outfit, which is a really cool outfit. I could see, I mean, obviously I could see Claire wearing the Hoth outfit. I drew Claire wearing the Hoth outfit. But it's a very practical outfit, and it's cute, and I don't know, I feel like the Hoth outfit doesn't get enough love in terms of Leia's outfits. But, that's my weird fangirl rant for the day. Okay, because I cannot draw anything even vaguely gun-shaped to save my life, this is going to look pretty weird. Alright. Trigger on it here. This is based on, I think it's this pose. Let me zoom in on it a little. I saw that and I thought that pose fits Chase pretty well, so here Chase is in that pose. There's a second pocket there. That was kind of hard to notice. I'm glad I did notice it though, because now I can add it. Houdina, what are you doing, kitty? You hear her? Um, you want me to let you out? What you doing? Yeah, I think she wants me to let her out. I will be right back. One moment. Hey, kitty, kitty. Oh, no, wait, you want up. Okay, up it is. Come on, baby. I gotcha. Ugh. Here she is. Uh, Here's the little booger. Hi. She says hi, everybody. I know, kitty, kitty. Come here. I figure one time can't hurt too much. Um, so yeah, I was just saying that, I saw this pose and I thought, that looks like something Chase would do. So, that is the pose I went with for him. Um, she does love watching me draw, but if she tries to attack the screen, I'm gonna have to switch over to my starting screen again and set her outside. Well, outside my room, not outside the house. She was an outdoor cat for like 7 years. She's retired. And is very, very happy with that fact. Um, yeah, she never really shows any interest in going outside. She went out on the porch like once. Hey, kitty. Come on. No. Not that hand. Not my drawing hand. There we go. And then we've got this bit that covers the zipper. And we've got a little wrinkle here. And this holster. There we go. And I think I'm not going to draw the seam on his other leg, just because I don't really know if it would show up. But anyway, here's here. Alright, kitty. Come on. Um. Oh yeah, what did you think of Time Force? How was it? Um, I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it. I already did explain why we settled on the Hoth outfit. Um, because we have many, many of the same objections to the slave outfit. And Kitty, if you knock my stuff over, you're not coming in here for a week. Good behavior has never been Houdina's forte. But, yeah, anyway, what did you think of Power Rangers Time Force? Okay. Yeah, Circuit was a fun little robot. It was definitely a good way to introduce the, Alpha 5 kind of personality without having it be as annoying as Alpha 5 was. Um, I really thought that I thought that Jen was a really cool ranger, um, and that her story was a really good character arc. But yeah, I'm glad you liked it. That is the wrong curve for. Here we go. I don't always emphasize her eyelashes, but I feel like this is a good drawing to do with. I'm sorry if I'm like making the same expression. It is an old trick that all the greats use, and that I'm totally not just making up right now. um, but it really does help me understand what expression she's supposed to be making. Um, it's surprising how much acting um intersects with drawing and stuff. And back to Time Force. That was a really interesting thing that they did with having them readjust to 2001. I mean, I feel like even right now, going back to 2001 would be an adjustment. um, just because, um, so many things that I'm used to and maybe even reliant upon now just weren't invented yet. Um, and the price for even the cheapest of these digital graphic tablets would have been just ooh. Um, Wacom might have been a thing back then, but I remember like the technology that was available in 2013. Um, I would have been paying easily twice or three times the price I'm paying now for less than half of the pressure sensitivity. So, and that was in 2013. I don't remember 2001 that well, but what can I say? I was like 5. Um, but yeah, readjusting to 2001 was a good point that they had. Or not even readjusting, just adjusting. Because they never saw 2001 before that. So, let's see. Claire has a finger on the blaster. I should probably zoom in on this. I used this picture for the pose because I thought it worked. And, I used a different picture for the outfit. Um, the Hoth outfit is really cool. I don't know why it doesn't get more attention and stuff. Um, we didn't have cable back then, so I remember what was on PBS in 2001. It was about the same as what's on PBS now. Um, I remember Liberty's Kids and Arthur and Clifford the Big Red Dog. Um, That's pretty standard fare PBS programming. That hasn't changed in 17 years. Wow. Um, you'd think the passage of time would stop being so weird. Because really, it should be old news. So now we have the quilted section of the outfit over here. And I like the way that I did the pattern on this side better than the way I did the pattern on the other side. So I'm going to try to keep the patterns a little more close together. Here we go. Oh, Zaboomafoo. I remember that, with Chris and Martin Kratt. I think they later did a show called Wild Kratts. That was interesting. And really the only reason I remember is because my brother and I were talking about Zaboomafoo not even a week ago. And, we had to look up the Kratt brothers' name because the only one we remembered was Martin. And we weren't sure if it was actually Chris Kratt or if Chris Pratt was, yeah, Ash was still traveling through the Johto region. uh, I do think I recall, though, that there was something in Time Force that had to be reshot because of 9/11, which was also in 2001. Not that anybody really forgets, but I think there was like a scene where a building got destroyed because it's Power Rangers, cartoonish action violence like that is kind of their thing. But they did end up reshooting it. Just because it would have been in bad taste. Um, hey, it's good to see you. Lego Avengers sounds fun. Um, and I really only have 2 drawings planned for this stream because I wanted to be able to spend time on them. So, this should be pretty relaxed, actually. It is... what time is it? Really? We're almost halfway through already? Man. Guess I'm gonna have to hurry with color picking. Alright, yeah, time does fly when you're having a good time, and I'm having a really good time with this drawing. Um, I just... maybe I should have only prepped 4 drawings for today. Um, with a quick one and a long one for each stream. I don't know, I'll have to see about that next time I have something I want to really spend time on. But yeah. What do you guys think? They look good? Oh, Zoom was really good. I missed that one so much. Every now and then I still remember it and think of projects and stuff I want to make. Things like solar ovens and solar stills are just fascinating to me. I haven't really read any solar punk literature, but the aesthetic is really cool to me. And I think Zoom is probably where that started. But, yeah. So I believe I have my reference for her hair in her Hoth outfit right there. You can pretty clearly see where I got it. Or where I got the reference for her look. I'm just going to set a background color. It's 628. I might do the line art on the next one. I might do the line art on the next one and export this as a coloring page, and then, I don't know, I really want to finish it though. If I don't do the next one, I can always save it for the next stream. I might just not do the next one. I'll save it for next week. Sorry? I don't know. I'll do some flat colors, and then, depending on what you guys say, I'll do... Oh, wait. I happen to pick a background color that exactly matches. I was like, wait, where's the edge of my canvas again? That was interesting. But yeah, I'll do some flat colors here, and then, whatever you guys think. And then here's another reference of the Hoth outfit. I need to exaggerate the difference between the jumpsuit and the other one. I think I need to push this more into cream territory. Not by much, but just enough. That backfired. 255, 250. Let's set it at 250, 250. No, that doesn't quite. What if I set this at 5? And, I'm just gonna go with this for now. I don't know, coloring is hard. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I could see Chase being a fan of Star Wars. I remember, I Heart Lyoko saying that. Let's see. Here we go. And now that that's closed off, I can fill in the layer. That looks good. So now I can open up a coloring reference. Flare. And I might not use the colors directly from the reference, because I don't think there's quite enough contrast here. But for now, we'll see how this... I don't know, my color perception feels off today for some reason. Yeah, it is getting kind of hot here. It was actually bothering me earlier, so that was interesting. Um, but, I mean, that is to be expected when you live in the South, so, although I have to say I do so much better in hot weather than cold weather. I mean, if I have to pick the two, I can stay hydrated pretty easily. Like, I tolerate hot weather better, in terms of how I feel, but I am a lot more socially acceptable in cold weather because, I mean, maybe this is TMI, but I sweat so much in the heat. It's great for keeping cool. Not so great for, being around people. But, I mean, if I were to, like, live in a cabin in the woods, summer would be a whole lot more easy for me than winter. But, yeah, it's heating up. It's about summer. Not quite, but, you know, it's getting there. Um, Next month should be interesting. Not really because of any one thing in particular, but I have quite a bit in store potentially. On the less busy end, I'm just going to be updating my glasses prescription and stuff. But on the more busy end, I might be out of town for a while. Who knows? I don't. One of the things that struck me while I was working on the sketches for this is just how similar these outfits are to what Chase and Claire wear normally. Yeah, the in-between seasons are nice. I usually like the fall more than the spring, just because the spring has rain and just lots of gloom and stuff. But then again, the spring is a bit more it has a wider color variety than fall. They're both really colorful, which is nice. I feel like I'm not getting an accurate color here. I'm gonna go with this. So at the very least, I'm gonna do flat colors. We are almost 40 minutes in, and the more I do, the more I want to keep going with this. Ugh. What was I thinking with this line art? I'm gonna fix that. And if we get to the other piece, we'll get to the other piece, but if not, I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Go. That should look just a little bit better. That reminds me of that one Vine where the kid walks up to the dad and asks, "Daddy?" And then the dad is wearing a Darth Vader mask. Yeah. I can see that happening. That is adorable. The holster is not the same leather as the belt, apparently. The costume design in this movie is actually really cool. Although Han Solo, in my opinion, he's not like, I don't see how anybody considers him like this suave ladies man type. He's like I mean, I'm not gonna say he's like a harmless dork, but he is more like a space trucker than anything else, you know? I just have to decline that with a message. Can't talk. Text me. Send. There we go. And if they text me, they will text me. And if they don't, I can get back to them later. I have to feed the cat after. Not Houdina. She's fine, but the cat who lives in my mom's room, because she doesn't get along with the others. Sometimes they're just really picky about who they get along with. Well, they left me a voicemail. I'll get back to them later. Oh, that reminds me. I have to switch back to this and hopefully catch up with... Alright, they texted me back. What's going on in chat? I have not had... I'm not particularly inclined one way or another to see the Solo film. What gets me is, I think a parsec is actually a measure of distance, not time. So, maybe he's really good at pathfinding? And figured out a way to do the run in a shorter distance than most people. But I know it was clearly, I don't know, might have just been a film goof. Probably just a film goof. But at the same time, that's cool. I can't wait to see your musical May entries. Hi Linland, how are you? Let's see. So yeah, I honestly don't think I'm gonna get to the next one because we are... Come on, computer, how far are we in? Or we are almost 45 minutes in, and I want to do a background for this. And if I try to do the other one, I'm just not going to be happy with it. So yeah, this is the only one we're doing tonight. Sorry. Doing pretty well. Anything new and exciting going on? Um, we're all just having a good time here, I guess. I mean, I hope. But, let's use this to dash in some shading. Just a little bit to darken up the vest. I keep forgetting these were shot on actual film, so the colors are so much more, the colors are just different than when stuff is shot digitally. Because because digital cameras, at least the professional ones, shoot in such a way that the colors appear duller, but you're supposed to color grade them. And they're shot the way that they are to preserve the most information so that you can color grade them more easily and get better results. It is kind of interesting to me how few people actually color grade their footage. Maybe I was just a little bit spoiled in governor school though, because I went to school with this guy. His name was Ben. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gonna be the first of us to work on something really major. But he was really good at color grading, so we got to color grade all our footage thanks to him. He did a really good job too. Our stuff may not have been well written or well directed or well acted, but the colors looked really nice. Just Musical May. Good. I feel like I've been talking to you on DeviantArt about Musical May. Let's see. I am starting to feel just a little bit constrained by the playlist I picked. I would almost like to substitute my walking playlist, but I have already started this and I'm not gonna switch horses midstream with this. So yeah, I like this shading style. It looks good. Kind of blurry, but that is the higher point. So that's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. So now I can just select her jumpsuit. This dark, it's kind of a bluish gray. No, it's actually a pinkish gray. Huh. That is weird. It's very close to neutral though, so I'm not really all that surprised it looks different than I thought. But anyway. But yeah, I really like these outfits. Even though they are already really similar to what these characters usually wear. I was kind of surprised by that because you don't think about it, but then when you're doing the line art, it's like, huh, that's interesting. I have not tried out the PS4 demo for Detroit Becoming Human. I think that is a David Cage production, and I'm not really a fan of him. There's something about the way he handles his characters where it feels very not like someone who interacts with people would write characters. It feels like, um, well, you know how, when I first started getting into drawing seriously, I didn't really look at real people too much. So I was constantly copying from the way that other artists drew people. And as a result, my people never really looked like people. Um, so it feels like the writer equivalent of doing that. Um, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Um, I have to say I am not disappointed with the PS4 that I have, but then again, it was my brother's and he did give it to me, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. um, because I'd played a couple things on it before, but um, I hope you can find one at a really good price. Um, they are last gen. Or, no, wait, are they last gen? I don't know. Um, but yeah, so far I haven't been disappointed. It's been about what I expected. Which I still have to play Chain of Memories some more. Because I said I would, and I really need to. So let's see if I can't actually pick a darker tone. You know what? I feel like this is setting myself up for trouble. I'm gonna go in a tone of my own and gonna shade what I can. And yeah, I'm just gonna finish this, and then once it's finished, we will call it a stream, I think. I feel like the light source on them isn't quite consistent, but I need to pick a lighter, still that light color, kind of a mid-tone part of her face. That looks alright to me, I think. Probably shade up by her hairline a little. Too light. Whatever, I'm just... You know what, since I only shaded the clothes, I think I can get away with only shading everything else. So that means I can shade over here with her hair. I'm just gonna hit Protect Alpha real quick. So that I don't go over what I'm not supposed to go over. And, thank you. I really do like taking my time with this. But yeah, I think we're probably gonna end up going over again. But, you know, you can't, if you rush it, it's not gonna look that good. Could probably use a little more saturation. And that's right, her hands might be slightly lighter by the palm. not too much of that would be visible here. Try to throw in like shading. And I feel like it would be warmer on her fingers because fingers usually have just a little more of a redness blush kind of to them. Although it's not actually blush, it's usually somewhat closer to subsurface scattering. Which is a really cool effect that I wish I had learned earlier in my art career. If you can even call it that. Speaking of interesting stuff, my mom and I found this chick flick on Netflix. It is called Revenge of the Bridesmaids, starring Raven-Symoné. And I thought it was hilarious. It was very cheesy. Don't get me wrong. This is not an objectively good movie, but it's a fun movie. It is the kind of fun movie that you would expect from something like I don't know how to explain it. It's like the chick flick equivalent of, well, I don't really want to compare it to Bayformers, but it's like the chick flick equivalent to that. There is basically no substance that's really necessarily, there's nothing there that's like really good or anything. But as far as like a junk food popcorn flick goes, it's really interesting. What they did was they had this framing device in it though that I where Raven and her friend who are in town or in their hometown, they originally went there for Raven's friend's parents' anniversary, which is a mouthful to say. But they originally went there for Raven's friend's parents' anniversary, and they found out that one of their old friends from childhood, they were excited to meet her boyfriend, who she really loved, and it seemed like she was going to get married to him and everything. And then they find out that their childhood friend is marrying him instead, and they're like, wait, what's wrong? Why is that happening? And at first they don't really get any answers, but the truth later comes out. But anyway, they're talking about how romance movies have it all wrong, and action movies are more true to life. And so it is a romancy-ish movie structured like an action movie. Which I thought was actually kind of clever. And it gives them the kind of license they need to do what they want with the plot. It still has a lot of chick flick tropes in it. But, I mean, does anybody really complain when an action movie has action movie tropes? I mean, other than CinemaSins. They complain about everything. So, yeah, it was a fun little movie. Like I said, it wasn't anything groundbreaking, you know, it's not gonna change the way people watch movies or anything. But for what it is, I had a good time with it. So let's hurry up and shade Chase's hair, because I'm pretty sure we're over time now. Yeah, Honest Trailers complains about action movies having action movie tropes. Um, I forgot about them for a while. I don't watch them that much. But, yeah, I should probably watch more Honest Trailers, because they're funny. Um, Lately I've been watching a lot of bad lip reading. Um, their Star Wars, though, is just, what can I say? Bad lip reading is great. Um, Probably one of my favorite channels. Um, One of my favorite large channels. Not one of my favorite channels, period, but, um, I tend to not like the large channels because their content feels really samey all the time. But, um, I'm actually going to go down to this layer and select this, this. Oh, 2 minutes left? We might finish on time. Operative word being might. Um, I should probably watch those then, if they're really funny. Um, I mean, of course, they're probably gonna be really funny. It's Honest Trailers. But, um, go. Add that. And then we will make it look a little bit more metal plating. And I think I'm going to cheat and go to one of my texture brushes. Um, let's see. I actually am sorry that I didn't get to the other one I had planned for this evening. Because then I could talk more about how my phone auto-corrected Vanitas to fajitas. But, which, now that I think about it, sounds more like a joke that should be made in like a Dragon Ball abridged or something. It's fajita! But, why am I saying this? I don't even watch Dragon Ball. I think it's boring. um, well, not only is it kind of boring, I guess, is the closest word to it, but it's so long, there is so much content of it, I literally do not have the time or attention span to watch it. So, um, I will have to. I think immediately after this stream, I'm gonna watch The Greatest Showman Honest Trailer. Um, because if you guys like it, chances are I will too. Um, so finish coloring here. Um, let's see. Chase for the newcomers here has heterochromia. He and his brother both do. Um, I'm pretty sure though that their vision is trichromatic, like most people's. Um, so I'm pretty sure they have the same functioning rods and cones in their eyes, but their eyes are just two different colors. Yeah, I could. Um, that could be funny. I haven't actually gotten to anything with Vanitas yet. However you pronounce his name. Um, I'm just pronouncing it wrong or this way to be funny, I guess. But um, let's see. And then I can stand to shade Claire's eyes because we are 3 minutes over time. You know, more isn't gonna kill us. So um, I should probably change fan to just 1 if it will select the right number here. Um, so I would have to finish playing the actual games uh, just to figure out um, just to figure out how he'd probably react to that. Um, I could go by the root meaning. I could go by the root, the Latin roots of his names, and assume he's very vain and would probably be offended. But you know, that's not necessarily the best thing. Finish the ambient occlusion there, which is a fun thing to say. Ambient occlusion. Makes you sound smart. I'm not smart. um, kind of a warm color now. Um, Alrighty. Alright. Um, I mean, I wouldn't be upset if you corrected me if I was wrong, but let's see. That is not the color I wanted to do. I wanted to use this color here. Yeah. I forgot to shade the guns. I'm gonna use a hard brush to give it more of a metallic look. Um, so select. Like I said earlier, I cannot draw anything even remotely gun-shaped to save my life. So we'll just have to assume that these are badly made props. uh, but I mean, the originals were actually very well made props, so I mean, the prop part is still right. I selected that too. Go all the way here. The highlights. fill in that area. Well, they're not really highlights, are they? But some really strong shadows. And that was totally on the wrong layer, but I'm not gonna redo it now. So let's see. Hi, Ninja Kid Warrior Gaming, how are you? I could. Could you send me a reference over DeviantArt or something? Or, you know, a Ninja Panda is fine. I can draw a Ninja Panda. So, let's change our background color a little bit. You know what? I'm just gonna cancel, and I'm just gonna upload this as a transparency. So, let me just export it. Not as a 24-bit, but as a transparent. And paste and share as on and Leia. I definitely want to replace it. So yeah, I can draw your profile. Let me just add that to the to-do list here. Since I'm about to sign off. Let's see. Air profile a ninja and with a cyan headband. Alrighty, that has been added to the to-do list, and we are almost 10 minutes over, so I'm gonna sign out now. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will be back next week. Bye!